Guys, Deluded Guna, you choosing Golo Kante. Now I know a lot of you are on Twitter, and to be honest, I'm very bad with the Facebook thing. I really need to improve in that. But I know a lot of you pre-Facebook, other social medias. Hell, if you just slap in Arsenal in Google, you'll see a bunch of articles. Allegedly, we know we had some AST event, AST AGM, basically fans sitting down with a couple ex-players and surveys and all of them things. Those of you that are more in the know, if someone could comment basically just explaining that so those who don't understand could understand. But yeah, more or less, let's get on to what actually matters now. Now, according to AST estimations, now these are not Arsenal's official figures, not that they'll tell us the truth, but we've only got 30 million to spend, and that's without factoring in. I mean, without Champions League money, and that's without factoring in Europa League money, which we're gonna get because we finish the League Cup. You get in the Europa League. I still believe you get in the Europa League by the League Cup, and City are gonna be in the champs. So there's no way we can avoid that in that respect. So it's sad days. That bumps it up to 70. Now I've got several things to say about that. In the summer, we had a decent bit of money to spend, and we know what this club is cash rich. We're being sucked dry by Kroenke to fund other things. That truth will come out one day, but we had money in the summer, which we didn't spend properly. I know we spent 52 million on Lacazette, and allegedly Kohler and his wages ate up a lot, which I find sour grapes. You got around 30 whatever for Oxlade. You went and sold Theo, Giroud, including wages. This all got lifted off. A couple people departed the club, and a couple people depart the club in the summer, freeing up wages. 70 million in this day and age is a joke. It's an absolute joke in a day and age where Everton spent 50 million alone on Sigurdsson. Now, I'm not advocating reckless spending. I'm not just saying spend money for the sake of it, but it's a joke. With all the talk from especially foreign clubs like the Spanish clubs saying all the English clubs got money, and you're seeing it. We can afford to be over exuberant, pardon me, as a whole, as a league, because we're getting more money, so we don't need to develop young players or be or be as intense in our research. It sounds bad, but as intense in our research as other clubs who need to make sure they're getting every value for every penny, sort of thing. So yeah, 70 million. It's a joke. It's a joke. Like, it's a joke. So in this day and age, it's laughable. No doubt players will have to lead the club. It looks like Ramsey's played his last few games for Arsenal. That's going to bring in, I mean, it's Arsenal, so you can see him getting sold for 25, but it should be bringing in 40 minimum, really. Hector Bellerin on the basis that you're seeing 40, 45. I'm not advocating selling Bellerin purely because, if you're in a sinking ship and you're sinking and you've got a lot of holes that you need to fix, why would you then make more holes in the boat? You're gonna sink quicker, aren't you? And Arsenal don't fix problems. We need a centre-half DM for years, and we really want to throw right back into the mix as well. But if we were to sell him 40 to 45, 40 for Ramsey on top of the 70-odd million. I mean, Wells could get anything from 5 to 15 million. Ospina's likely to leave freeing up wages. Iwobi, he can stay at the club, but his career is very much in the balance. He can stay at the club, he can go on loan, he could go permanently. I don't know what that's going to throw up either in terms of wages. In terms of money. So, like I said, if it was up to me and I said these players would leave, that would bump up the transfer kitty. But let's just focus if it's on 70 million. Could we really fix the areas that need to be fixed? You've got to say no, purely because if it's going to be a thing where scouts could do their job, by all means, scouts, go do your job. Find people from all walks of the earth for 2.5 million. I don't care where they're from. If you can find people competent, they don't need to be big reputations and things like that. If you can find people competent, fair enough. But our scouting has been poor in recent years. France, I know they went a bit cold. Not that they've not always had talent, but they've always had talent. But you've seen a very good generation of players. Kylian, Lamar, Dembele, Kingsley Coleman, Martial. Obviously, he joined United a couple of years ago, but you get the point. There's several young players, and what have we come back with? Sanogo. We've come back with Sanogo. We came back with Sanogo. We had Benassia. He's now left, and he's now playing in Empoli in the second division. And there's a couple top league clubs in Italy looking at him. Rene Adler's been mishandled, and it looks like he's going to leave permanently. So we're not doing our thing. And based on what's happened, I know we've got new scouting people coming in, but could you really be confident we do that? So 70 million, it can't fix. We can't. Wishful thinking. We couldn't get. Well, again, if scouts do their job, cool. But if we were to look at it as fans, could we really for 70 million get a goalie, a quality goalie, a centre half? Arguably, there's a case for two, but let's just be humble and say because it's 70 million, one centre half, one goalie. Again, there's a case for two centre mids, but one DM, a winger. And you lot can invent whatever you want. If you want to be technical, fullbacks as well is an area we've got to look at, whether it's backup or someone to challenge a certain Spanish fullback at the club. So That's wishful thinking if you think you're going to get, like I said, and I have to keep reiterating, scouts do their job, you could do that. Get players that could develop and scope to get better with competent coaches, which can't be had with this manager here at the club, as much as that might hurt some people to say, then yeah. But could you really, like for instance, I want Koulibaly, we're never going to get him, but let's just to reiterate the point, that's around 40-50 million already. 40-50 million on him. Now that's around 20-30 million left, whichever way you want to look at it. That can't grab a goalie. That can't grab a winger, which we probably won't grab a winger. That can't grab DM. Well, it can, but a scout's going to do their job. You get what I'm saying, guys? And on that note, there's not much more to be said. And what's going to make our... No, in fact, there's more to be said. There's always more to be said. And what makes our job harder is that the transfer window, people are forgetting, it closes before the league starts. Yeah? So there's no lax. We need to be doing our scouting from now. You're forgetting there's a World Cup. So on top of that, we're going to need to confirm our business now, ideally, before the World Cup. Obviously, you need to scout the World Cup. If you find some quality, you find some quality. But we're going to need to do our business quick because teams, whether they're buyers or sellers or agents and all the people involved, people are going to know you're desperate. So plus everybody's going to want to be interested in everyone for the sake of it. You see it in the World Cup year. I mean, if the window's going to close early, if it's a World Cup year, which players are going to be, there's going to be a premium. And we're an English club, we're a top 6 club. Foreign clubs just see English clubs as cash cows. So we're going to have to overpay. 70 million is very concerning if it is true. And that's just assuming that's assuming the Europa League money is accurate and it really will be bumped up to 70 million. So you're going to likely see some players sold again this year. I mean, granted, I don't know how. There's not any players really in that squad that could be sold and raise significant funds. The ones that were have now left. You could have got 60 million for Alexis, but you wanted to say how man's a great competitor and them thing there. Guys, the Ludoguna, YouTube, N'Golo Kante. Get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out.